Celine Dion, you don't need a death drop to the song, love. Hello.
Hello.
I'm Callum.
And I'm the Bangaranga.
And this is
That's Eurovision, baby. Yes, we are joined, of course, today by our most wonderful special guest of all time, returning legend and superstar, Reggie the Silly Goose. Reggie, what would you like to say today to the audience?
I have worn my best poolside cabana fit because I feel like the song we're talking about today makes me want to go to an overpriced beach club on a Greek island somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's faces plumped. It's 50 euros an hour for a sunbed.
But we're having a real good time.
We're having a good time. Only a little bit of heat stroke.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, Bulgaria, this year for bringing the heat. Because Dara is representing Bulgaria with her song Bangaranga.
Bangaranga. What a fun little ditty.
Energetic is a word I'd use for this
Energetic. So I think maybe we'll start a little bit earlier on with the how this song got chosen.
Yeah, Bulgaria's process was...
Bulgaria's process is kind of nuts because my
Sorry. Welcome back, Bulgaria, by the way.
welcome
so
back.
So good to have you back in the contest. Genuinely, Victoria being one of my favourite Eurovision artists of all time.
So sorry that the first thing that we said about you guys being back is that your song contest is a little bit nuts. But it does need to be said that the selection process for the Bulgarian songs is a little bit complex and complicated.
Well, maybe that was just unique to this year, though.
Yeah, potentially.
Should have done our research.
Guys,
correct us in the comments.
Yeah, but the process was kind of like a little bit of like a 2-act thing to choose the artist, and then a third night that involved her performing
all of the songs
into the void, of which this was the overwhelming favorite. It won both the public vote and the jury. It got like 88% of the public vote. So overwhelming winner. And I will say I did give a very brief listen to the other two songs. And Bulgaria, you have chosen the correct one.
I've seen online discourse saying that they intentionally did 2 bad songs and 1 good song because they wanted this song to represent. And honestly, then just give her the song. You don't. Anyway,
yeah,
it's just fine.
Honestly, you could have saved yourselves some money on renting out that sound studio for a third night.
We are not here to pick apart the internal selection for Bulgaria. We're instead here to deliver our honest, raw, real, live review, reaction, discussion. I'm just trying to get the keywords in.
It's gonna get messy. So this song, I think, is a big top to bottom, no handbrake injection of energy.
Yeah.
And I think that it's a lot of fun. Like,
oh my God, Callum Nick like a girly bop song. Put it in the newsies, the newspapers.
Yeah.
Extra, read all about it.
Florals for spring. Yeah. Groundbreaking.
We made fun of ourselves because we anticipated these comments.
Exactly, but you can't. This song is so much fun. Like, she sounds actually really good singing it as well.
Her vocals were great.
Yeah. Like, I just enjoy the song. Again, it feels like one of those, is it genre defining? No. But is it a really good time? Yes. It's giving me shades of a little bit like a Lyre from Cyprus.
Yeah, Celia Capsis.
Yeah, it's definitely giving me like a bit of shades of like I mean, anything could happen, but is this going to be the one that like knocks the back out of the jury and wins the public vote? Probably not, but is everyone going to have a good time listening to it? Yes. Does it get a little bit grating when she's saying bangaranga-rang, bangaranga-rang?
Yeah. This song suffers to me from being a little bit too repetitive in its chorus. I think that the switch up from the chorus to that slower part, the first time you hear it's really cool. But then the third time you hear it, you're kind of like, okay. My biggest issue with the song, and again, I still love the song, this is not me hating on it, is every time it returns to the chorus doesn't add anything. So it's doing a lot in its verses to be a bit different and switch up. But then it returns to bangaranga, bangaranga. I'm like, I would love it if there was just something else added to each chorus to build on it. And I think that leads to a slight sense of repetition.
Yeah.
That I think both of us, and I saw you do it when we watched it, both of us brought up that timeline and to go like, are we not 3 minutes in yet?
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a good thing.
No, and because I will say, like, I wasn't, like, the The lead-in intro drop thing was also like a little bit unnecessary for me.
Look, I think,
but yeah, like I feel like we've got criticisms, but overall, I think that we really, really enjoy the song.
I think that this song, as a like sort of executive summary, is really good.
Yeah,
it's a shot of energy. I think that if this is positioned well in the semi-final, if it's between songs that are a little bit more mid-tempo or a little bit more serious, I could see this doing quite well because it is like a much-needed break.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not 100% confident that this has the what's the word?
The chops.
The chops to qualify.
Okay.
And we'll get there, but let's transition to the performance itself. We obviously, this was not performed in front of a live audience. It was in a sound stage of some variety. We are aware that whatever she has performed is definitely not what we're going to see on the Eurovision stage, but this is all we have to comment on. So what did you think of her live vocals, of her live dancing, of the actual staging package?
I want to give her props, hand over fist.
There weren't any props.
You're an idiot. I want to give her props, hand over fist, for performing to that level to a completely empty room of no one, because it is a weird and disorienting experience.
Yeah.
And even watching the video at the end, they sort of like pan it out a little bit to the empty room.
She's in the liminal space.
Which is just strange behavior to me.
Look, sorry.
No, you're right. I think that the package that they've got, I think that her dancing is fun. I think we need a little bit less of the, like, whatever she was doing, like, during the chorus.
She was trying to make it like the signature. Like, this is the thing that everyone in the audience is going to be doing in Vienna.
But the dances that she had with her, bring them to Eurovision, because they were putting their entire puss on stage for that performance. They were doing it all. And I think that, like, overall, like, the choreo was really fun. I think just, like, whatever the little signature bit is, I think pick a different thing. I don't hate the idea of a signature bit, but I think that's just, it's a bit floppy.
So I think the choreo was doing a little bit too much for my liking.
That's kind of
every single verse every single time there was a breakdown, there's a new vignette of her needing to form a human pyramid over here, and now she's forming a human pyramid over there to do this.
She's doing the like,
and it's just, it became a little bit like, hey, maybe if you just cleaned it up a little bit.
In the words of the great Kelsey Borg of Malta, why don't you just let a girl breathe?
Yeah, but I get it. I think, to your point, I think she was trying to perform. It's kind of like, there's no live audience, so let me like really give you 110 so you're not concerned. And to be fair, I'll give her major credit. I wasn't necessarily going, where the fuck's the live audience?
No.
I think it was just like, what a disadvantage to not have that.
Yeah, and because also not forgetting that I'd imagine that the performances that she was doing on the night were for the audience watching at home to vote on.
And so, like, I absolutely thought the choreo was really good. I think it was, like, way too much. It's like in Drag Race where, like, the stunt girl is given a ballad and she's like, I want a death drop to every single... It's like, it's Celine Dion. You don't need a death drop to the song, love. It's a bit that... Obviously, you would death drop to this song, so that's fine.
I will say, though, for the live package, it is going to be very interesting to see how she goes, because... Some fun research that I was digging around on the background.
He's got his phone on his place.
One of the writers and composers for this song. The reason it maybe feels like Liar is because he wrote Liar.
Well, makes sense.
He also wrote Shh and Last Dance and Sugar.
Okay, but there's a pattern here.
Yeah, but I'm more interested in the staging director, Friedrich Reidman, who gave us incredible lows such as Jezebel and Titan and Maman from last year.
Yeah.
Not that Maman was an incredible low song, but the staging was weak.
Stage direction, guys. We're not criticizing the song. We just didn't like the staging of either of those.
And Maps by Leslie Roy.
That was...
But was also the same person that gave us Cha Cha Cha.
Okay.
The Code.
Wow.
And is also... and was responsible for Heroes and Popular.
No comment.
It means that she's either about to get the greatest staging that has ever existed on Earth, or she is about to get absolutely torpedoed. And I'm so interested to see how it goes.
Well, can you predict what you think the staging could be based on what we have? There's not a lot of information.
I think that she needs to maintain the core of what she's got. I think that this is very much a song for background dancers doing something fun, and not to keep coming back to Liar, but I think that this would probably be a good opportunity to use what I thought was really effective staging in Liar of like, she can clearly dance.
Yes.
She can clearly sing. Utilize the background dancers, give her a bigger stage, and give her something more interesting on the graphics behind her. And I think that this is a reasonable package.
I think Lie is a great comparison of like, this isn't a song that needs props or anything. This is a song that just needs like really tight choreo, which we saw them do too much choreo, but like I'd rather reel you back from doing too much than not doing enough.
And if anything, how great is it going to be? Like, how much better are they going to be able to do it when they have to do less?
Yeah. So I think that's fantastic. I think if the stage director of Liars taught us anything, it's like really dynamic state like choreo, where it's like it's not just the dances, it's the interplay with the camera work too was really successful in Liar. That in this song is absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
And it's really exciting to know that actually. That's changed something in my head for what we'll talk about later. I would love to see the production of the song just turn up in the chorus more. When we watched Liar the first time, we were sort of a bit taken away by the fact that the song had these orchestral hits or these beats that the choreographers were hitting that you could hear in the recorded version, and it was super exciting. And the same with Cisal's Hallucination, where you can hear those, where you heard those glitchy parts, really changed the song.
It made me feel like we were in one of those TikTok videos of people being like, I added trumpets to Olivia Dean's Man I Need.
I think if this song had a bit more of those like hit as the choreo went, and turned down some of the other parts, I think it could be really exciting.
I agree.
So then the big question: Bulgaria is back. We'd love to see them qualify. Do you think this song has the potential to qualify?
I do definitely think that this song has the potential to qualify. I think, like, as you said, it's not really competing with many other girly bop songs this year. It's competing with lots of other stuff. And I think hopefully it'll help it stand out a little bit. Like, I don't think that this will be winning its qualifier. And I definitely don't think that it'll be doing, like, top 5.
I think it's not coming in the top 10, 15.
Yeah. I'm kind of inclined similarly.
This song, at best, I think is going to feel like a Mariana Conti or a Colleen, where it scrapes through to a final and gets a solid sort of like late teens, early 20s placement. Because ultimately, what we've been noticing the last couple of years is like the girl bops, like they have a fan base. Gays. But ultimately, when it comes to a broad televote, they fall short. And when it comes to a jury vote, they get nothing. And so I think like where I could see this going is actually, I think Mariana Conti is a really good example of like charisma and energy pulls it just over the line in the semi, but then sort of left to the wolves in a grand final. I'm going to be a bit... Look, I'm just throwing it into the ring. I don't believe this. I'm just throwing it in. I'm going to also throw out one Sarah Benici of... girly pop, choreo, everything kind of being but just falls absolutely flat and doesn't qualify. I'm not saying this will happen, and I think that when I look at Dara's following, I think she seems to have a pre-built fan base that may prevent that from happening.
I agree.
And then on to your point of having such a good stage director too, or such a hit and miss stage director, but like when they hit well. I think that there's potential for this song to... I think it's got the best people behind it to allow Bulgaria to qualify this year.
I think that that's a very good way to put it. I also think that that's a very good place for us to wrap up. That has been our hot take on Bangaranga.
What is it?
Bangaranga. From Dara, representing Bulgaria at Eurovision 2026. So, thank you so much for watching if you've been with us this whole time. We would love you to do nothing more than the YouTube bits and pieces. If you enjoyed this video and you would love to see more, we are here and we are making videos all the way until we cover all of them. So, don't forget to subscribe if you want to be notified. Ding the little bell or whatever they say. Give this video a like and also get down in the comments. Let us know how you feel about this song. Does it move you inside, or do you think it will be moving its way out of semi-finals?
Ooh, that was good.
Unclear.
That was good. I like that.
But, Colin, Penny, for your final thoughts?
Bangaranga, 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 bangaranga.